Hello guys, good morning and welcome back to our video tutorial where we stopped last week. Actually today I am not going to do any class full FLSM with you guys today. So what I want you guys to do for me is first assignment. Today we're going to start with an assignment, and this is what I want you guys to do for me. First you're going to subnet the network 10.0.0.0/8 into 60,000 subnets, and each subnet should provide room for at least 200 hosts. You're not gonna get me all the 60,000, but just the first 5 subnets, okay? Just the first, sorry about that, the first 5 subnets. Okay, so this is what you're gonna do for me. Subnet the network 10.0.0.8 into 60,000 subnets, and each subnet providing room for at least 200 hosts, and then you're just gonna do first 5 subnets for me, and from there I will know whether you understand. So that will be our assignment. So that's the first thing. Then next, today I'm going to introduce you guys to what we call variable length subnet mask. With VLSM, it is such that let's just look at the difference between FLSM and VLSM. FLSM, we want to subnet based on equal number of users in each department. Equal number, for instance, 100, 100, 100 for each department, 50, 50 for each. You have equal number in each of the parts of the subnets. Now with VLSM, you want to do this variably. Okay, you want let's say for instance, department so and so is having this number of users, department so and so this number of hosts, this number of hosts. So they differ. They don't have equal. They're greater than each other. You have bigger departments than others. Some departments are big. Some departments have few staff and sort of a thing like that. So we're gonna demonstrate that in the next page here, for instance, which will be our exercise. Here we have 192.168.0.0/24 address network. With this network, we need to subnet. We have these departments. We have department IT, admin, and sales, and we also have a WAN connection. This is what we connect our router to the ISP. So that's what I mean by the WAN connection. And that network, you connect your customer or you connect to the ISP using just 2 IP addresses. So we need to do so 200 hosts for the IT, 110 hosts for the admin department, 55 hosts for the sales department, and two IP addresses, 2 valid IP addresses for the WAN connection. So that is what we have, and this is what I'm saying, like variably. You can see we're gonna subnet variably 200, 110, 55. These are different amounts or different numbers that are not equal at all. So that is what VLSM does. What the VLSM does is that it still also help you to manage the address that you have. It further manage your address and simplify. Oh, sorry about that. And simplify the use of that IP address. Just from sleeping, and sometimes you get tired. So we're gonna do some exercises right from there, and I'm gonna use class C and class B. Then I'll give you assignment on class A. Then tomorrow we'll come up with exam questions and answers, how to subnet and how to answer some subnetting questions, and that's it. So we go to the subnetting straight. So that is our IP address 192.168.0.0/24. So with that side of 24, we have 24 bits part of the host person, part of the network person, and 8 bits part of the host person. So we're just gonna have to put those 8 bits right there, like we always do. That is 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, and 1. So I can just put it like this, and I put my zeros right there. Alright, so this is exactly what you're gonna be using, and we will try to use this throughout. Now the formula that you would use to calculate this is very simple. You don't need to go through a lot of stress, trying to get some things out there. The thing is, now you don't need the number of subnets. No. All you need is how many hosts. Okay, so you're gonna deal with the host bits, and dealing with the host bits, you start right from the right part. coming towards your left. So we're gonna say we're gonna use now. We're not going to borrow. Borrowing, we borrow from the left bits towards the right bits. So when we are to use bits, we want to get the number of hosts. We count the number of host bits. So we're gonna start from the right. So if we use this bit, 2 to the power of this one gives us 2. If we use this bit, it's gonna give us 4. This will give us 8. This will give us 16. This will give us 32, 64, 128, and 256. So if we use all these 8 bits, it will give us 256 IP addresses, which 2 of them are not valid. Fine. Now the 200, what we're looking for here. So therefore we have to use all these 8 bits. Okay, we have to use all the 8 bits. So therefore our network is our formula is 2 to the power of usable host bits. Okay, these are our usable host bits. So how many bits are our usable host bits here? So let's say I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna go down and then put this. So 2 to the power of usable host bits. So we have 8 bits that are usable here. So we have to say 2 to the power of 8. 2 to the power of 8 gives you exactly 256, and then you have to minus 2 from that. I'm gonna have to put here equal to. Two to the power of 8 gives you 256, not 28. Minus 2, it will give you 254. So this is exactly what. So now, if we use, for instance, we say we are going to use 7 bits. 2 to the power of 7 will give you 128, which is less than 200. So it means we are going to use all the 8 bits of the host person that is in this particular address here. So we bring our network down. Alright, so our network address so far would be 192.168. Let me put it up here. Okay, network 192.168.0.0/24. Our prefix remains the same because we're using all the 8 bits, therefore 24 bits still represent the network. So the broadcast address will be the sum of these bits that are usable right here. The sum of the bits usable here is 255, and 255 we added to this 0, just like the same trend that we were using before. So that is it. The broadcast address would be 192.168.0.255, simply because the sum of the usable bits is 255. 128 plus 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1 altogether is 255. So our first valid IP address here would be 192.168.0.1, and the last valid IP address here would be abbreviated as L, 192.168. Sorry, I'm using dash. Using slash, which is not right. 168.0.254. So that's it. Now our subnet mask would be the classful subnet mask because only 24 bits represent the network. So it's going to be 255.255.255.0. Alright guys, so this is exactly, so this subnet is what we have to use for the IT department. So you can see the IT department is what we are going to use right here for the 200 users. So you can see we're going to use all the 20